My dad began the agency as a part-time job selling AAA, and he began it during the Depression in the mid-30s. I came here in 1960. I wasn't going to stay. I told my dad I only came down to give him a hand for a few months. I was going to go get a job. And when I first came, he said he was going to give me a $50,000 education. My mother asked me after probably the end of August, how things were going. I said, well, he's giving me that $50,000 education, but he's jamming it down my throat nickel by nickel. He said to me, life is a game of addition, not subtraction or division. So you go about building the business one at a time. On the personal line side, we have about 14,000 customers. You can't do that kind of a volume alone. You have to depend on customer advocacies. And once you have advocates, the rest is easy.
My dad always kind of exemplified, that core value of trying to do the right thing and try to treat people the way you'd want to be treated. And it's a way of life for my father. And I don't remember how it happened. I think it just happened that those became our values as well, my two sisters and my brother and myself.
I would say the single biggest business lesson is to manage expectations. You want to know what the expectation is for everybody in every position, and you want to have that clearly communicated, because if it's not communicated, that's where hardship and hard feelings can come into play.
You don't have the same liberties you had 50 years ago, and the kids are obviously have better educations than I had. The kids are probably smarter and more gifted than I was. So you have to use a little different logic with them. They're not used to that rough and tumble people that grew up during the Second World War and during the Depression. They're not used to that. They'd go into shock if I tried that on them. All four of them, I'm very proud of them, and they've done an excellent job.
I do have an opportunity to work with my dad. Not many people can do that. I have an opportunity to work with my entire family. I think we have a mutual respect and trust for each other, and they're quality people.
You get to see your family do well, and you get to spend more time with your family than you otherwise might, and there's certainly a high degree of trust. Not that I don't have a high degree of trust in our staff. I have a very high degree of trust in our staff, but it's also nice to know that if I'm away, there's a family member here who's taking care of business, as they say.
I don't know really why they like working for us, but they certainly do, and they certainly stay. And I think we're fair.
We seem to have really solid, fundamentally sound people who come in every day and commit to this organization. I like to tell people that not only do I enjoy working with them professionally, but if they were my neighbor, I think it would be great.
If there's one thing that we probably don't, or I probably don't say often enough, it's thank you. Because without the staff, the place doesn't go.
We've been very giving of the community, but we're laid back. We don't really gonna tell anybody what we've done. We're going to try to give from our surplus and make sure that we look out for those who could use a hand.
The community is very important to us because the community is what supports us, so we try to give back for two reasons. One, because we've been very fortunate, we have the ability to, but number two, it's just the right thing to do.
I hope there would be another generation. If not a family member, maybe an extended family member would be interested.
I don't know, my daughter's in second grade, so it'll be interesting to see what, how that plays out, but if there was the next generation, that'd be great. There's 6 grandchildren total, so we'll see.